Sprint Cup. I get to hang out with race fans. I get to interview drivers. It's the best job in the world. What you do in Talladega is you camp out and you grill out. And that's what we've done this weekend, doing a little barbecue and getting my chill on. You can't get much better than that. So back in the day, I was Miss North Carolina, and I lived in California and pursued acting for a few years. But now I get to wear a cool fire suit and loving it. I'm Monica Palumbo, Miss Sprint Cup, and you just got to know a little bit more about me. We'll see you in the next race.
All right, she's having fun. You know, if you want to follow Miss Sprint Cup, you can also get a lot more on the, this is the latest from Sprint, okay? This is the Sprint Moment, Samsung Moment phone, and it's got all kinds of apps, but you could actually punch it up and you can follow. You have a leaderboard of races. You can track your own driver. You can listen to the scanners while you're at a race, as long as, you know, you have it with you.
Now, that's what we need.
And you can punch in the keys, and you can call home as well, the Sprint Moment phone. But you would want to follow Miss Sprint Cup, I'm sure. All right, the phrase "Roll Tide Roll" is not a weather forecast. It's the chant of the BCS college football champion Alabama Crimson Tide. And whenever we have a question about the weather, we chant for Rick Dickert. He's our Fox Storm Scout at the Doppler Fox Storm Scout Center. Rick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Chris, and good news from the Storm Scout today. That frontal system that brought the severe weather yesterday has pushed south and east out of the region. 54 tornadoes in total yesterday across a good portion of the southeast U.S., one of which was just 66 miles north of the Speedway in Albertville, Alabama. Today, drier, stable air moves in. Look at the radar. Again, well to the south and east. No rain in the forecast, but warm, low 80s, and breezy west to southwest winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour, maybe some strong gusts. But it's going to be dry, guys, and I'm fired up for this one as well.
All right, thanks very much, Rick. Nice to have good news. And by the way, if you want to get this phone, go to sprint.com. /speed for details. The Sprint Moment. All right. Throughout the year, we have sent our man Peasy to do some offbeat interviews with drivers. It's been a good way for a driver to kind of showcase a different side of his personality here. But Peasy took his man of the people approach to the people here at Talladega, a place famous for its unique crowd.
Welcome to a very special edition of A Slice of Peasy. We're here in the Talladega infield, and we have very special guests, Kyle and Kurt Busch. How are you guys? We're here with
William Robert Bob.
Billy Bob. What is your favorite smell at a NASCAR race, sir?
Snokel Racing Fuel.
Oh, I prefer sausages. Will you go out with me?
Maybe.
That's a maybe. That's the first maybe I've ever gotten. Where can I get something vegan around here?
Vegan? I have no idea.
Do you even know what vegan is? You got the semi-mullet. Let's turn to the side. It's a semi-mullet. It's not the full mullet that we're going for. No, well, you do have business in the front, and it's only sort of a party in the back. Do you know what the internet is?
Yeah.
Will you friend me on Facebook?
No.
We're here in the Talladega infield with?
Rico.
Rico Suave, right?
Right?
Yeah, you're a suave kind of guy. You want to know how I know that?
How's that?
Your shirt. You seem like this would be a good question for you. Who is your favorite character on Glee? Now, what does wild boar taste like?
Like a pig that's been roasted for a long time.
Judging from your accent, you're from New York City. If you were a woman, which NASCAR driver would you be most attracted to?
All of them.
So you get around then. Chris Myers or Jeff Hammond?
Do what?
Neither, because I don't know who either of them are.
Well, Billy Bob, Ren, you have been fantastic.
Peasy, y'all come on back down soon.
Let's do it!
They would have known.
No, I don't know if they are.
I knew you would love that, Daryl.
A man of the people.
A man of the people. You
right
can
there.
see Peasy on the show Cubed, which is at foxsports.com, part of Lunch with Benefits. Coming up on NASCAR on Fox. We know who this guy is, recognizable after the finish at Talladega last year. We'll talk with Brad Keselowski live in just a moment.
Kyle Busch is the class of the field.
They've done a nice job on the 18 car today. He's got a really good run.
Kyle Busch moving up in the points, but remember, he hasn't won a race since last August. Jimmie Johnson, your leader, one of the 4 Hendrick drivers, and yes, they're all in the top 12. 4 of those top 5 drivers in the points have not won a race in more than a year. And the reason Logano in 12th, the same number of points as Stewart, but is ahead of him is because he has better finishes this season. That's the tiebreaker. All right, the DirecTV head-to-head battle underway. As we saw last week, upsets were all over the place. It's a head-to-head battle, so that's why it changes every week a little bit how it can turn out. What are you guys looking at right now, Daryl?
I got 99 Edwards and 11 Hamlin today, and, you know, maybe we'll get to talk to their BFF here in a little while.
Oh, their best friend, huh? Okay. I thought you went with the brothers. That's what I'm watching for, is Kurt and Kyle going at it today, because Kurt's really good on restrictor plates. Kyle's kind of struggled, so I think Kurt's going to take this out.
You can follow the matchups at DirecTV's NASCAR Hot Pass. Call 1-800-DirecTV to switch today. Learn more about the DirecTV NASCAR head-to-head knockout. Go to directv.com/NASCAR.
BFF. I'll explain that later.
It's been voted Fox's most spectacular wreck in our 10 years of NASCAR coverage. Just a quick refresher. Remember, it was the last lap of this race a year ago. Carl Edwards trying to fight off Brad Keselowski, and what ensued was legendary, and we'll link the two forever.
Carl Edwards from the back all day to the lead.
Edwards and Keselowski.
1 to go.
He's all over you here, just you and him.
It's going to be close right here at the line.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
Inside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no. Turns him. No.
Oh, my gosh. What a hit. Carl Edwards' car destroyed.
You know how he is. He's an athlete, a marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did. Shades of Ricky Bobby.
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Keselowski, the winner.
Unbelievable.
Part of Penske Racing, Brad Keselowski is joining us live from down on the track. And thanks for being with us. A quick, Brad, what if same scenario occurs as last year on that last lap with you and Carl Edwards? Are you doing the same thing?
Wouldn't change a thing. You know, I felt lucky to even be in that situation. Still got to make it through it to get to that point, but I feel really good if we get in that situation that we can win another race here in Talladega.
Hey, Brad, it's a DW. Do you think that win propelled you to the opportunity to drive in the Sprint Cup Series?
Well, it's hard to really tell for sure, but it sure does look that way, and I feel great about the opportunity I have. Getting to drive the Blue Deuce next year, that's going to be awesome. To drive for Miller Lite with Dodge Chargers and Penske Racing. We've got a great brand, we've got great cars, and we feel like we can win for years to come.
Brad, this is Jeff. Now, last year you didn't really have a teammate. This year you've got two teammates in Kurt Busch and the Blue Deuce you talked about, and Sam Hornish. Will you guys kind of be working together to maybe get up toward the front today?
Yeah, you work together as best as you can. You know, it's so hard to really make a deal with anyone. It's easy in the stands or the viewers watching at home to think that, you know, we all have this planned out, but we really don't. You know, it's just find the best guy you can find and get to the front however you can. So your friends are where you find them and who you make of them.
And Brad, Carl Edwards off the probation. He told us he's forgiven, forgotten, whatever. Are you guys over what happened, or is it still something in the back of your mind, considering there was some payback during the Atlanta race earlier this year?
Well, it'd be an injustice to my team to, you know, spend all that time trying to worry about Carl. You know, my guys work hard. The last thing they need is for me to focus my whole race on Carl. So they need me to focus on winning and doing what it takes to win. And if your focus is not 100% on that, you're not going to get the job done.
Hey, Brad, I know you didn't like Bad Brad, and I'm okay with that. I understand. How about BK? Brad the King.
I like that. They're all good. I mean,
all right.
That's a good one, DW. Sounds like you've been working pretty hard on that.
I told you he was Special K. Isn't that right, Brad? Special K.
That's mine, too. Hey, I'll take them all.
All right, well, have fun today, Brad. Thanks again for your time. We appreciate it.
And good luck.
Thank you. It's going to be a great race.
It will be. You know, you talk about a bad hat, whatever that term, however you want to phrase it, somebody you root against, a guy that creates trouble. He's making a name for himself, and he has won a race at least.
Yeah, well, it's that enthusiasm. You know, it's youth, and they go out there, and I always say about guys like him, all they do when they see a race car is they say, let's race, let's race, and they want to race all the time. Sometimes they let that kind of take over, and they lose control.
I think it's that confidence. I think that's something that kind of rubs people wrong. This young man believes in himself. You give him the steering wheel, I'll figure out a way how to make it work and get to victory lane. And I think that's what has probably got in this ride for Penske, and that's what's got a lot of guys in the garage area not liking him so much.
Can't overcome. I love enthusiasm, and he is enthusiastic about what he's doing. I love it.
All right, we'll watch him today. We'll also be watching for Dale Earnhardt Jr., his chances of maybe winning a 6th time at this track. We'll talk with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and count you down to the start of the race here at Talladega. First practice session. Good chance, a good guy to watch today. Jeff Burton, just under 200 miles per hour, the fastest car in the final practice session. And those speeds combined with a high banked track up top, a double yellow line at the bottom, and a very small margin for error gives the pre-race drivers meeting special significance. It's still one of the most fascinating things in sports. All the competitors gather together before the race to go over the rule, Darrell, to answer questions, to interact before they go after each other.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more intense here at Talladega